Alright, so we have the blocks of color, or the rectangles of color at the top of the flyer. We're going to take a look at the original flyer to see what it is we need to do next. Alright, so the next step we can do, if you look at the background, we see there's a photo of a man, and the remaining part of the flyer is white. So we can do two things. One thing to do is to bring in the background of the man. Simply click and drag that into the Photoshop application. That opens up as a separate file. It's a pretty large file. A couple things we can do here. We can use the side-by-side layout called 2-up and simply drag one file into the other. So on the right we have our photo, the one that we want to use as the background. Click and drag from the layer over into the flyer. Okay, that works well, as we can see there. So if I now close this image, we see we have a layer 4 contains the image of the man that we just brought into this file. I'm going to simply choose Edit, Undo, and show you a different way of doing that. In this case, we do Edit step backward. Same thing, it goes back one step. That way works. This way can work as well. I click and drag the photo into Photoshop. You'll see when I was dragging the photo, I made sure to let go of the left mouse button in the top upper area of the program. Alright, so once again we have the photo open within Photoshop. I'm going to click Select and then All, and you'll see we now have a selection around the entire photo. That means the entire photo includes our selection. I'm going to click Edit Copy. That's going to place to the clipboard everything that is within our selection. I don't really need this file open anymore at this point. And within the file that we're currently working on, I'm going to choose Edit and then Paste. Alright, and so as you can see, now this image is, or the photo is within our flyer file. We're getting a couple of layers here, so I'm going to collapse the adjustment layer. I'm simply going to double click on the word adjustments, and that collapses that panel. Excuse me, I did say layer, but I meant to say the adjustments panel. Alright, so layer 4, which is the photo of the man, should be in our background, so I'm going to click and drag it down below our layers with the rectangles in them. Alright, so now he shows up like so. On the original, if I turn this off, you'll see that the graphic with the man in it needs to be brought down a little bit. So I'm going to make this layer visible again. I'm going to select the Move tool. I'm going to click and drag down, and let's see, up a little bit, and that's about right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this flyer has a white background, so I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to place this new layer underneath the photo that we just brought in. Okay, here's our new layer. I'm going to switch the foreground color to white. The background color is white here. You can see the block with white. So I'm just going to click this arrow to reverse that. Now the background color is white. I can do a couple of things, but I'll simply choose the paint bucket tool, and I'll click. You'll see I have layer 5 selected, and so when I click, it's going to fill in the entire layer 5. Although it may seem like I'm clicking on layer 4, the photo with the man on it, Photoshop knows that I had layer 5 selected, and so it's going to fill the entire layer and not do anything to this particular photo. Right? So we come along quite nicely.